Teachers should stop talking and start playing. That's the view of our next guest, who says teachers need to be aware of the educational benefits of playing video games in the classroom. Joining me now on Skype is secondary school teacher Edwin McRae. Good morning, Mr. McRae. Can I ask what you mean about stop talking and start playing? Are you referring to how some children learn?
I am. I think there's a real sort of leaning towards catering towards verbal linguistic learners in schools at the moment, and that's been the tradition for decades of schooling at the moment. But I think the visual and kinesthetic learners left out of the mix a bit, and some of the stats I've seen accounts for about 70% of our kids. So my view is that I think there's other ways that we can engage with the majority of our students that aren't currently being catered for.
So you're saying that approximately 70% of Kiwi kids learn by seeing things and doing things rather than hearing things. How do video games help that situation?
Well, video games by nature, of course, are an interactive medium. So immediately you are combining the skills of reading and seeing things happen on the screen, but then being able to actually do something about it. So practicing a skill. And I think one of the best benefits I've seen is a concept in gaming, which is called grinding. But it's where players will try to achieve something, a goal in a game. And it's something I see happen. Students are prepared to do that in a game. They will keep tackling this puzzle until they get it. Whereas, if you hand them an essay and go, rewrite it, okay, now I want you to rewrite it 6 times, they're going to rebel on you. They're just not going to want to do it. Whereas the game, because it's interactive, because they're doing it and they're achieving things, they seem prepared to do that.
Why do you think so many teachers, including the Patrick Walsh Principals Association, why do you think they're against educational videos, or there's this fear about educational videos in the classroom?
Well, I think immediately when people say video game, games like Grand Theft Auto and Call of Duty spring to mind, and I don't think those aren't the sort of games that we should be ever using in the classrooms. They come from a culture of aggression, but unfortunately they're the ones that get the lion's share of public profile. It's other games, for instance, one like Pirates, which is a strategy game where you sail in the Caribbean, you trade between ports, you have to manage a crew. It's basically a study in small business management and also exploring a period of history and getting to know it. These are the sort of games that kind of get forgotten about when talked about video games. So
parents seem to
something I'm trying to do.
Yeah. Sorry, carry on.
I'll say something I'm trying to do with my website, The Fiction Engine, is develop educational units based around video games so that teachers can look at it and go, oh, okay, I can see the benefits, I can see we can assess it, I can see the skills that you can learn through it. Okay, let's give it a go. I think at the moment, not enough is known.
A couple of quick questions. What age do you think video games should be introduced as an educational tool?
I think actually around early school year is fine. I think even there are great resources even for preschool kids for developing early literacy.
Okay, cool. And do you see video games replacing traditional teaching or walking hand in hand with them?
I think hand in hand. There's a great concept called flip the classroom, whereby the kids are exploring something, for instance a video game, more as homework or outside of the classroom, and then they come in and work on it in class, and the teacher comes around and is able to work individually with kids. I'd like to see less of the teacher talking at the front of the classroom and the kids in a passive learning environment, and I'd like to see a lot more of the interactive teacher actually working with the kids to achieve learning goals.
Edwin McRae, teacher promoting the use of educational video games in classrooms. Thanks for joining us via Skype this morning.